Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Ollie. Today we are making a quark pie. So it's gonna be an interesting one. It's actually a really simple recipe. What you're gonna need is of course the quark pie mix. Come on over. Got a quark pie mixture right here. We got some whipped cream that is a liquid form. Then we have some quark and we have a nice amount of butter. And we're gonna need all of that. Also some water, and of course the things you need to put it in are all here as well. We'll come to that a little bit later. What we're gonna start off today with is opening up our package here. Because in this one, there's actually multiple items in here. So, we got a bag right here. This says the mixture for the bottom part, the bottom mix. So that is the mixture that's gonna be on the bottom part of the pie. And then we have this one, which says tart mix, which means the mixture for the pie itself. So yeah, we need to separate these two. We'll lay this one right here and that one right there. There we go. And then we also have this little paper right here. And this one we're gonna need to put on the bottom of the pie here so that it doesn't stick to the frame that we got. So we're just gonna put it in there. There we go. And make sure it's all nicely spread. This is looking beautiful. So something like that is good. And what we're gonna start off right now with is putting this pan on some fire and then putting in the butter. So let's put the pitch on. There we go. And so for this pie, we're gonna need to add in 60 grams of butter. So what we're gonna do, once again, we have a little dividing thing over here. So you say 25, 25, 25. And of course 60 is a little bit more than 2 times 25. So let's see, we got a knife here. And what I'm gonna do, this is a little trick from Ollie. You see, I would say 60 grams is around here, so I'm just gonna cut in there through the paper. Then when I open it up, there's already a little dent right there, so I know where to cut. So there we go. And then, like a surgeon, we're gonna cut this open there. And we're gonna put this into our pan that's on the fire. Oh, there we go. Nice. Alright, that's now in. So, important right now is you want this all to be melted, but you don't want you don't want the butter, like it's doing right now, to boil. So you need to make sure you're with the pan the whole time and steering the butter around. Because when you steer it, it will not boil as quickly. And you want to make sure you keep on doing this, making it so that it doesn't boil at any point. And you do this until it's all melted up. Yeah. Alright, and that is it done. So we're gonna now take it off the heat of the fire and we're gonna put the pan right here on our little sink. So what we're gonna do now is add in that mixture that I was talking about before. That's for the bottom part. So that went good. So while it's still nice and hot and melted, you want to get the mixture package open like so, and then pour it in there. There we go. Okay. Now, if you take a little look-see in here, you can see it's all chunky and it's all weird looking right now. And so what you want to do is take a little fork like this one and just first of all cut up the chunks so that it's not that chunky anymore, and then start mixing the butter with the mixture. Even a spoon might be better here, I think. So we're just gonna spoon it up and get going here. Now the fork is nice for the chunks and the spoon is nice for the mixing part. So yeah, you want to do this until it's all mixed. The butter is basically all mixed in with the mixture, then it's good. Okie dokie, so here we have it. Look at that, all nice and mixed, not really any chunks in there. This is what it should look like at this stage. And so now we're coming back to our little fill thingy bajingy bong. And we're gonna now add all of this in here. So you want to do this quite subtle, with a lot of ease, so to say. So slowly put it in there like this. Don't want any of the mixture to go, to waste here. And then when it's all in there, like so, you want to start, dividing it all over the bottom. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, so the way I like to do this is, as you see, I've now divided it all up, and now you want to make sure it's all flat and even. Just like with the apple pie, you don't want a lot of bumps to be in there, so you just kind of go around with the spoon, slowly making it all nice and flat. And then when that is the case, you'll be ready for the next step. Alright, so there we go. Would you look at that? Isn't that just beautiful? All evenly spread across the bottom. This makes me happy. Anyway, we're gonna now move on. So we're just gonna put this over here for now, because now we need to make the actual mixture for the Kwarkpie itself. So it's time to plug in the little zoom machine here. So there we go. And now before we actually use it, we need to add in 300 milliliters of water. So that we got right here. So you just put it in there like so. Then you want to add in the quark. So here we have our quark. Ooh, alright, look at that. Okay, so you just want to put it in. Now you want to slowly put it in, not just whoop it around, because then it will boom explode. Oh, there's the dark again. It will explode, and that is something we do not want. So we're just gonna slowly put it in there. Oh. Now to make it easier, we got a little spoon here, so we can go ahead and take out the last little bits of quark here. There we go. Yeah, that's almost everything. That's good enough. And then you want to add in the whipped cream as well. So here we have the whipped cream. As I said, it's in liquid form. So there we go. And you're just going to add all of that in there. Boom! So now we're going to just put the spoon away. There we go. And we got our little thingy-bijingy here again. We're gonna mix it up first now, before we actually put in the pie mix. So yeah, you want to stir this all up until it's all one liquid. Then you're ready for the pie mix. So let's see. There we go. We're gonna go in first again, and then start stirring. Let's maybe turn it around a little bit and get a little closer here. There we go. And slowly start stirring it up. There we go. Okay, don't be mistaken, I know there was a little cut in time there, but you have to actually stir it up for more than a minute here. So do it for quite a while, and then it should look something like this. So I'm going to take a little look here, there you go. That is what you want it to look like. And then when it looks like this, you're ready for the last little step. So we got our pie mix bag over here. We're going to just open it up, there we go. And we're going to put it all in there, so boom. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, that is sweet. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so that's all in there, and at some other places as well. So now, we're gonna go back in there, and first you want to do it at the low thing, and then once you have stirred it up for a little while, then you want to go a little bit faster as well. So yeah, let's go in there. There we go. Are you ready for this? Woo! Okay. Okay. There we go. You want to do that for quite a while. That was like at least 3 minutes, I would say, of just stirring it up at the highest level that we got on this thing. Now we're gonna take this bad boy out of there. There we go. And then there. I'm just gonna put it over here so that, you know, if it drips a little bit, it goes into the sink so that it doesn't create too big of a mess. So now we got a beautiful mixture. I mean, just look at this. This is what you want it to look like, and also what it should jiggle like, so to say. It's quite thick at this point, and that is exactly what you want. So now, here comes the difficult part. We gotta add this to this, and we're gonna do that slowly and subtle. So I'm gonna take out another spoon here. So we got a spoon, and first, before we use the spoon, we're gonna slowly just pour it in there. Slowly. That's the key word here. So there we go. Whoa. Alright. And then it should, on its own, already spread out quite a bit. You can guide it a little bit like I'm doing right now. You shouldn't have to do it too much. There, and now we just start pouring it all in there. There we go. Look at that. Oh, nice. Okay, so now as you can see, there's still a lot of mixture in there. So that is where the spoon comes in. So I'm just gonna spoon it out of there. Right, there we go. Now that there's still some mixture left in there, but I will tell you a little secret in a second what you can do with that. But right now, I think this is looking pretty good. Now, of course, there's a lot right here, so we're just gonna take the spoon and spread it around a little bit so that once again the pie becomes nice and even. Now it's okay if the middle part is a little bit higher than the side parts. That's actually kind of nice, but you don't want this middle part to be way higher than this middle part. So still make it symmetrical. That's important here. So there we go. Oh yeah. Would you look at that? Isn't this just beautiful? This is exactly what you want. Now we're gonna take a little plate right here, and we're gonna put it on top of there, like so. And now it needs to be in the fridge for quite a while. So just like the cheesecake, it needs to be in the fridge for 4 whole hours. So we're gonna be putting it in the fridge right now. Ooh, it's actually quite nice and heavy. That's always a good sign, isn't it? So yeah, I got a fridge here, and I'm gonna put it in. Shit. Okay. So we're gonna put it in the fridge. There we go. All right, nice. It's now in the fridge, so that's what you want. And as I said, it needs to be in there for 4 hours. But as I said, there's a little secret thing you can do with this, and that's if you're a little sweet tooth like me, you can just take the spoon and then enjoy that already a little bit. So you're already gonna know what the pie is gonna taste like. And based off of this, it's gonna taste pretty good. It's gonna taste really quite good. Anyway, you gotta clean all of this up now. So we're gonna do that in a second. And of course, you gotta wait for 4 hours for the pie to be ready. So we're gonna have a little jump cut into the future, and then we're gonna show you the finished off pie. So whoop. All right, there we go. So it's roughly 4 hours and a little bit later now. And it should be all finished. I just took it out of the fridge. So let's have a little look-see here what it's gonna be like. Are you ready? Oh, ooh, okay. That is looking pretty good. Yeah, no jiggle. That means it's nice and cold. And this is now ready to be eaten. Looks just about perfect as well. Now, what I like to add to this is some whipped cream on top as well when you eat it. That just makes it a lot tastier. You can add some other things as well, maybe some strawberries on top of it. Why not? Maybe a little bit of chocolate. But for now, this is all good. I am finished with this pie. I'm happy with this pie. I'm hoping you enjoyed it and you're gonna try this out as well and have a good time eating it. Because I sure will. But yeah, this has been it. Cooking with Ollie. Another one done. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you all in the next one. So for now, bye bye. Bye.